Well, today is Thursday, and you are again in the relationship room with author Shirley A. Jones, where I'm the author of It's a Man's Work That's Never Done, Not a Woman's. I do hope today that you are staying safe. I know they open a lot of things, but you choose what's best and what's safe for you and your family. I normally read a little bit of something out of the book. I know I said I would, but we're going to go a little deeper today, about relationships and a little bit about the book. It's about how we choose our mates, and I did a lot of studying and a lot of researching. So let's get started. I took some notes. So this is what I got. We choose our mates by the negativity that has been done to us and how we were raised. And most of the time, maybe 90% of the time, that's the caregiver. Not a fault, but you have to be careful how you raise your child and the environment, if you can help it, that they are around and what they see. Because when you get older, we tend to choose our mates by what we've been through. And if that's all you know, then that's how you choose the person that you want to be with until you realize that the one thing you cannot stand is that negativity part, and you don't see it in the beginning. But when you mirror it, then you walk away from it because it's not what we want. It's what we can't stand, but it's what we're drawn to because it's all we know. And sometimes we need a healing and a deliverance from the inside out. Sometimes we put on a facade and we pretend that everything is okay. We pretend that we can handle it. We pretend that nothing really bothers us until we get that lonely time where your past start to remind you of what you've been through. And then you start to feel like no one understands you, no one treats you like you want to be treated. But you have to remember, all you know is what you were reared around until you get healed from, abuse, misunderstanding, or just love that's not love. You have to be healed from the negativity. So when we choose people this way, we feel like we keep going around in circles over and over and over. You ask yourself, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep repeating this? Why is this redundant in my life? And it's only because so far that's all you know. So the people that you hang around, once you have become an adult, you have to surround yourself by positive people. And then when somebody is wise enough to know that you need to be healed from the inside out so that you can love the way you want to love and be loved the way you want to receive it. So let me show you something else. When you start to feel that something's wrong, you'll tend to go back to your past. It's there. You can't put it on the back burner because you can always take it off the back burner and put it on the front. You can't sweep it under the carpet because you can always pull the carpet back and it's still there. You have to get rid of it. And I say that now because relationships are important. We want to love. We want to be loved. And we want to treat our men, like they want to be treated in the way we feel they should be treated. And vice versa for women. We want to treat, the men want to treat the women lovingly, respectfully. But if it's not in him, or if it's not in her, or if they didn't get that when they were growing up, then they can't give what they don't know or what they haven't learned. And don't be so quick to say, well, she's old enough to know, or he's old enough to know, because you have to go back. And when you're choosing your mate, this is what I advise you to do, in my opinion. First, know yourself. Know that you're not carrying or bringing something from a previous relationship into a new one and expect something different to happen. You have to diffuse all of those things that didn't go right and then start a brand new. And if it's you, you have to know yourself, know what you want, know the kind of person you want to share your love with, and who you want to be with. And then once you do find that him or her, then you also need to find out what's in their past, and what you're getting into. That's what I mean when I say we need to get a lot of things straight on the front end, and then you won't have as many issues, if any at all, on the back end. So we do tend to gyrate to the negative part of what we know, which is all we know until we've learned something else. Oh, there's a solution for it. But you cannot be healed from what you will not admit. So admit it to yourself, realize, and it's nothing you have to broadcast. You don't have to tell everybody what's really going on. Find you that trusting person, someone you can talk to and get you the help you need, or be able to talk about it. Sometimes talking about it just kind of opens it up so that you can realize it's something that you need to get rid of. I remember having to do that. I did that myself. I was actually picking mates according to the negativity that was in my life. And when I found out that that's what I was doing, I'd often look in the mirror and say, well, I don't like that about him, and I don't like that about him. Well, that's what I saw. And so it wasn't fair to him, but unbeknownst to me, I needed a healing. And thank God that I got that. So I'm saying to you, when you choose your mate, make sure that your inner being is something that's clear, that's ready, that's and open for love. Okay, so there was something else that I read. You have to look at the ugly side of yourself. If you don't, you will remain the same and in the same state of mind. And no one can do that for you but you. They can love you to the moon and back, but it's you that has to want it, and it's you that has to go through it so that you can live the life you want to live. Okay, I'll tell you, I was looking at a lot of movies and doing a lot of researches today, and in my closing, I will say this to all beings. You have to remember that your happiness has to be your happiness. It cannot depend on the person you love to make you happy. Then that means they're in control of it. It's okay to share it, but to control it, you should possess your happiness so that you can share it. It's something you want to share. It's not something that's issued out for you from somebody else that's yours already. Okay? So make sure that's what you do. And there's one more point I want to make. I was thinking along the way, one of the other reasons why we are drawn to the negativity in our rearing, in our adolescence, as a young adult, one thing we can stand, but it's something we can stand for, but we don't like it. Okay? We will accept things because, one, we don't want to be alone. Two, we don't want to feel that negativity, but it's there, and we don't always know how to get rid of it. So when you choose him and when you choose her, make sure the unity is there before you say I do. Okay, let's do that. And then relationships will probably last a little bit longer, and never feel like you're invisible. Know that you are visible. And if anyone tells you that you're not, then find out what it is that they think is invisible about you and use that as a stepping stone to show those who don't believe that you can be healed, you have been healed, you can love, and you want to be loved, and you will give love. Use those as stepping stones to your future, and then leave the past behind you. Sometimes it's okay to kind of look back and see where you came from just to be proud of yourself, okay? So do that and make sure that the love you give is pure, genuine love. And that way, when you get it back, the Bible says if you give that, you get that back. It doesn't lie. So that's why you make sure you know all you need to know about the person that you're going to say I do to or start a life with. And I'm pretty sure you'll have more joy, more happiness, and more good times. You make your life what you want it to be. Don't let your past disturb your future so much so that you can't move on, okay? So that's all I have today. I'm very passionate about this. I learned this in conversation, and it's so serious. Try not to pick your mate according to the negativity that you're used to. And if that's all you know, it's all you know. But know that you can be healed from that. It can be solved. You can change it. You change it. You be the best you can be, and then move forward with your new life on a new path, okay? So, like my video today, subscribe to my channel, and stay safe. Do what's best for you and your family in this coronavirus situation that we're in. I love you. God bless you. And I see you back here next Thursday. Signing off, Author Shirley A. Jones. Bye.